Welcome to The Explainer. Okay, if you're a UPSC aspirant, listen up. The official roadmap for the 2026 Civil Services exam is here, and we're going to break down everything you absolutely need to know. So, let's dive right in. The UPSC has dropped its official plan, and trust me, there are some pretty big updates this year. We're talking new eligibility rules and even some high-tech changes you'll see on exam day.
Here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll walk through the 2026 roadmap. Then, we'll get into the new rules for officers, the high-tech security they're bringing in, what you need for your application checklist, and we'll wrap up with the key takeaways.
All right, first things first. Let's get these dates on your calendar. Knowing this timeline is, step one for mapping out your entire prep strategy.
So, what are the most important dates we're looking at for both the Civil Services and the Forest Service exams? The good news is the Commission laid it all out pretty clearly, which is a huge help. Let's pinpoint those key milestones you need to circle in red. Okay, so this table pretty much lays out your whole year. You can see the notification drops on January 14th, and that's when the application window swings open. But really, the two dates you've got to lock in your mind are for the prelims and the mains.
May 24th. Yup, that's the big one. This is the date for the common preliminary exam for both the Civil Services and the Indian Forest Service. This is your first major hurdle, no doubt about it.
And if you make it past that hurdle, the next big date is August 21st. That's when the marathon that is the Civil Services main exam kicks off. And for the Forest Service folks, your mains start a bit later, on November 22nd.
All right, let's switch gears. We need to talk about a really crucial update on eligibility. The 2026 notification has some new, very specific rules for candidates who are already serving officers. And the new rules are, well, they're crystal clear. If you're already in the IAS or the IFS, that's it. You're not eligible to appear again. Now, for IPS officers, it's a little different. You can take the exam again, but you can't be reallocated to the IPS. Makes sense, right?
So what's the big idea here? It's really all about preventing officers from blocking seats in the services they're already in. It's about fairness, and it kind of shifts the competitive landscape to make sure there's a clear path for new talent. And get this, timing is everything. If you get appointed to the IAS or IFS after you've taken the prelims but before the mains, your exam journey for that year just stops right there.
Okay, now for something completely different, a major tech upgrade. To keep the exam super secure and fair, the Commission is rolling out a brand new layer of high-tech security at all the exam centers.
And this is a pretty big deal. We're talking about an AI-based face authentication system. The goal is really straightforward. Stamp out any chance of impersonation and just make the whole check-in process way faster and more secure.
So here's how it's going to work on exam day. It's a really simple four-step process. You'll show up, head to the verification area, they'll snap a quick live photo of you, the AI system will instantly compare it to your application photo, and boom, once it matches, you're cleared to head into the exam hall.
And you're probably wondering, is this going to cause a huge line? Well, the Commission says no. They're emphasizing that this whole thing is designed to be super quick. We're talking just 8 to 10 seconds per candidate, so it should be a smooth and efficient process to get you in the door.
Okay, so with this new tech in place, how does that change the application process itself? Well, it does. There are some new requirements that you absolutely have to get right.
So for the first time ever, you're not just going to be uploading a photo from your computer, you'll actually have to capture a live photograph right there through the application portal.
And this is so important, because this photo is what the AI is going to use. It has to be perfect. So no filters, no digital editing, make sure your face is well lit with no weird shadows, and definitely don't wear a mask or sunglasses. The bottom line is, the person in that photo needs to look exactly like the person who shows up on exam day.
All right, just a quick, final checklist to make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. First, make sure you're registered for your Universal Registration Number, the URN. Have your photo ID details handy, and super important, only apply on the official website. That's upsconline.nic.in. Don't go anywhere else.
And speaking of deadlines, here is the date to remember, February 24th, 2026. And pay attention to the time, 6 p.m., not 6:01. The link will be shut down right on the dot, so don't leave it to the last minute.
So, we've covered a lot of ground. What are the biggest things you need to take away from all this as you dive into your prep?
First off, a quick bit of good news. The number of attempts hasn't changed. It's still 6 for general and EWS,
9 for OBC and PWD candidates, and unlimited for SC and ST candidates, as long as you meet the age requirements.
And one last thing from the notification that's really great to see. The Commission is making a special point to encourage women candidates to apply. They're making it clear that the government is really pushing for a more gender-balanced and diverse workforce.
So, that leaves us with a final question to chew on, right? With all this new tech and these stricter rules, is the UPSC journey actually getting fairer, or is it just getting more complicated? It's something to think about as you start gearing up for 2026.